new here, what's the deal? And if you guys aren't old, what that shit do, right? Keep in mind that these messages are general. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Catch me on the next one and hopefully it sticks, okay? Now, collective, this message is very interesting, okay? Because I feel like, let me get it together. I feel as though when it comes to this message, y'all, it has a lot to do with self-reflection, okay? Maybe you guys have been in a period of time, or the person in which may have read that burnt their bridges with you could be going through a moment of self-reflection, okay? And I say that because it's titled Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. And I got this as I was leaving my therapy appointment, okay? And it was crazy because uh when I was speaking to my therapist, I was speaking to her about something and I got a little emotional, right? And then all of a sudden, the alarm started to go off in the whole building, right? Um, and she was telling me, she was like, prior to you coming, we had to do it this earlier and everybody had to leave and everybody had to get a head count or whatever the case may be, right? And I instantly got this download of, whenever there are moments where you feel as though your emotions are running high or you're getting to a point in which you can take it there, sometimes you have to evacuate. Sometimes you may have to leave to get a breather, to get some space, because we all know that in the midst of being angry and upset, we have a tendency of saying and doing things that we can't take back, okay? So I had got that little download in regards to that. So it's like understanding what your triggers are, what causes your own personal alarm to go off when it comes to those emotions that tend to rise within you, okay? Now, with with the whole gist of this message is to cause you to look at yourself and really love the person in which you have grown to be, okay? Hey, Adriana. Now, the song that I had got was India Irie, Private Party, and Video, okay? Now, let's break down the lyrics, all right? So, in Private Party, she says, I tried to call my mother, but she didn't get where I was going. I called my boyfriend and he said, call me back a little later, baby. I hung up the phone, I felt so alone. Started to feel a little pity. That's when I realized that I gotta find the joy inside of me. And so she goes, I'm having a private party. Ain't nobody here but me, my angels, and my guitar singing. Baby, look how far we've come here. I'm having a private party, learning how to love me, celebrating the woman I've become. So, in one part, speaking of mirrors, right? In one part, hey, Sadove, um, she said in the second verse, she goes, I'm gonna take off all my clothes, look at myself in the mirror, we gonna have a conversation, we gonna heal the disconnection. I don't know, I don't remember where it started, but this is where it's gonna end. My body is beautiful and sacred, and I'm gonna celebrate it. Okay, so I feel like this has a lot to do, because I was speaking on this last night in the live, when it comes to, hey Michael, when it comes to somebody, if y'all seen that live last night, it was heavy energy on someone feeling as though they were not enough, but it was heavy emphasis on appearance, how someone looks, um how they feel about themselves when it comes to other people, whether it be a friend, a lover, a family member, somebody you work with, whatever the case may be. Somebody can be into modeling, okay, because that has a lot to do with your physical appearance, so that can be significant. But even in that second verse, when she said she was going to look at herself in the mirror, and even her mentioning that her body is beautiful and sacred, it made me think of when I was reading the book Sacred Woman, okay? It's by Queen Afua. If you guys are not familiar, it's a great book to read. It has a lot to do with you becoming in tune with your womb, um, being comfortable in your own sense of femininity. And in one part of the book, she talks about how she has these certain type of ceremonies with women, and they basically hold up a mirror to their vagina. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting acquainted. Okay. And I know sometimes that may feel a little awkward, because even though we walk around with the whippersnapper on us like a holster, okay, sometimes it's good to, a lot of the times, it's good to examine to see what is coming out of there. Okay, does everything look healthy? Is there any discoloration? It's like a lot about the woman's body starts in the womb. A lot of the issues, from our skin to hormones to how we feel, has a lot to do with our gut health. Okay, so that can be significant as well. But it's heavy emphasis on being aware of who you are internally and externally. All right, it's given when you look good, you feel good. All right. Now, in the other song, Video, right? She goes, I'm not the average girl from the video, and I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. Okay? And it's heavy emphasis on knowing that you are that queen, that you are that king. And when you look at yourself in the sense of that, it's a certain type of confidence or just a self-esteem in which you hold when you refer to yourself as that. All right. Now, and I also got, as a last, the other song that I had got was Christina Aguilera, Beautiful. Okay. I don't think I screenshotted that. I think I did. Heavy emphasis on physicality here. Okay. Now, it's crazy because I say mirror, mirror on the wall, but it's actually magic mirror on the wall. And he was on, let me see. When I was looking up Mirror, Mirror, the old movie from 2012, I guess it's called Mirror, Mirror, had came. And it was talking about Snow White. And Snow White also was in Shrek, right? So it says, Snow White, Lily Collins, an orphan princess, is the rightful ruler of her kingdom, right? Queen shit. But a jealous, evil queen, Julia Roberts, that's the part she played, schemes to gain control. When a charming prince spurns the queen in favor of Snow, she has the princess thrown into the woods to be devoured by a fearsome beast, right? Rescued by a band of highway robbers, Snow White vows to take back her realm from the treacherous queen, and with the help of her small rescuers, roar into action. All right, so y'all have somebody in y'all energy, probably based off of how you look, that is very intimidated by you. Okay, very intimidated. Now here's the thing, when it comes to whoever it is that you're working with or who you could be collaborating with, this is a big thing. Okay, it's a big thing. Now, the reason why I feel like you may not be getting picked for a certain spot, or somebody may not want to position you somewhere, is simply because of how you look. But also, I feel like it has a lot to do with who you are internally as well. So it's like, damn, not only do you have the looks, but you have the inside intellect that has a possibility of taking someone's spot. Okay, because when this person, it stems from, however, the reason why somebody is looking at it in that sense is because of merely how this person feels about themselves. Okay, there's definitely an insecurity there when it comes to whoever that energy is. Okay, but it also led me to speak on Fiona, right, in Shrek, as I was looking up, and it gave me another download and another one. I was like, all right, we're gonna rock with it. All right, so I looked up Fiona's insecurities in Shrek, right? So it says, in the movie Shrek, Princess Fiona struggles with insecurities stemming from her ogre half. her imprisonment, and the societal expectations placed on her. She fears being judged and rejected for her true identity, leading her to hide her ogre form and seek a quote unquote normal life, right? She also carries the trauma of being locked up in the tower and the delusionment about true love. So this can be somebody here that feels as though because they look a certain type of way that they are never going to find someone to love them for who they are, or to love them for whatever those things that you may be insecure about, okay? Heavy emphasis with Fiona when it came to her fear of rejection. It says Fiona is afraid that people will reject her if they see her ogre form. This fear is rooted in societal prejudice against ogres in her upbringing, where she was kept isolated due to her ogre heritage. She desires acceptance and love, but is afraid of what others will think. So her desire for wanting a normal life, it says she yearned for a traditional princess life, free from the stigma of being an ogre. She wants to fit in, be loved, and experience the joy of a normal princess story. But her ogre half complicates this desire. Her internal conflict was, it's evident that her desire to be a human and her eventual acceptance of her ogre identity, she struggles with her identity and her place in the world, leading her to feeling self-doubt and insecurity. Okay? So whatever somebody may be going through right now could be stemmed as far as like however somebody could have been picked on, right, growing up, when it comes to certain things about how you look, your appearance or whatever, right? I feel like you could have been picked on because it's, when you think about people that take the time to talk about other features or things about other people, is merely because they're fighting a battle within themselves. Okay, hey powerful son. They are fighting an internal battle within themselves that in some way, shape, or form, collective, makes them sleep at night or makes them feel better about themselves, being that you have something that may be evident, right? That is easy to pick on. Okay? So just as much as people talk about you, understand that they have their own insecurity within their damn self. All right? So also, with me getting that Christina Aguilera song, Beautiful, it also made me think of Diary of a Mad Black Woman when it was like, Christina's gone. So whatever these things, and this is why it's so important for you to find comfortability in whatever your differences are. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have a disability, well, whether something may not be asymmetrical to the other side, or whatever the case may be there. Like there's heavy emphasis on accepting that that is the way that God made you. God didn't make no mistakes. He didn't make no mistakes, baby. You know how people say there's someone for everyone? It definitely is. It's making me think of, like, you know how some people see couples that are together and they may not be the most A-listing celebrity looking couple, and people will be in the comments and be like, well, damn, well, here I am on the couch, single, with nobody. Meanwhile, they happy with whoever they with. Okay? But also too, you know, there's also, it's a deep need to do that healing work with, like I said, being comfortable with those things, because even if you sit up here and you change them, there are still people, those very same people that talked about you and all that and the third, that will remind you. You know, they will remind you of when you look like this before you changed and did this and then this and that. So it's like, you might as well, it's like either way, people are going to talk about you, whether you look this way or whether you look that way. So you might as well be comfortable in the God-given body that he gave you. Okay? Because listen, it's people that you may feel is very handsome and very beautiful, but best believe within that very same person, they have certain insecurities about themselves that you would never know. What your insecurities are may be somebody else's dream. So always look at it as that. Like, love yourself, collective. If ain't nobody else gonna love you, make sure you make it the first thing on your list to love you, to wake up and look in that mirror and be like, damn, you's a bad man, but it's as fun as you can be. Okay? Tell yourself that. It's very important to speak nicely to yourself. So that way, when other people that feel like they can speak on you in a certain manner, it's like, man, it's making me think of what my friend Meg used to say. Like, it sucks to suck. Like, it sucks to be a sucky person because, like, man, it sucks to suck. I'm sorry that you feel that way about me. You know what I'm saying? I hope you heal whatever the fuck you got inside of you that makes you want to be a nasty individual. You know, because if anything, that's way uglier than what the fuck you trying to depict about me, right? I don't care how beautiful, how handsome you are. That if your spirit is ugly as fuck, that is going to show. Actually, that's going to bypass however the fuck you think you look. Okay? Mind will take you even farther. Your outlook, your mindset, think, right? So let's get into it. Let's get to the bread and butter to see what's going on with y'all. Okay, so yeah, happiness. It says, I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And it's crazy because, you know, oftentimes it's always people who, again, are not happy within themselves, who see that someone is and instantly wants to rain on their parade. Wants to rain on their parade. So listen, y'all know that one dude I don't know if y'all probably seen him on Instagram. He doesn't have a leg. I think his limbs stop at his knee. But he done made so many jokes about himself to where it's like people really don't even got the space to talk shit about him because he's very aware of what the fuck he got going on and how he looks. But it's kind of like when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. He built a whole following off of creating different type of costumes that are geared around him not having a leg. He did a whole Beyonce, I think it was like Cowboy Carter theme, right? And he made his leg into a horse. So, or I think it was a girl that did that. Yeah. She made her leg into a horse. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to find the humor in the ways in which God made us. You know what I'm saying? But we never know there were certain things as to what God gave us in order to balance out the things we are happy about ourselves and the things that we aren't. You know, God knew not to give me no ass. I'll be walking around like, move out the way, hold on. Not just slaying. Okay, somebody gonna like my little booty. So it's you know, you just got to be happy, okay? Be happy in that, be happy with what you was given, okay? But also be mindful of those people that is going to want to come in and cause you to feel differently about whatever it is that you already established about whatever that thing is about you. Okay? I don't know why it's people that want to humble you so bad. Okay? And yeah, they definitely regret this because they see that you don't give a damn. All these people that try and make you feel a way about your own sense of happiness only shows that they not happy within themselves. Okay? I know that I cannot change the past, okay? Now also with that, You don't ever want to cause out so many outside opinions to cause you to form in ways of falling into what everybody else is fucking doing out here. Okay? Because whereas you think you fixing a problem, you never know the ways in which it can actually make it worse. It's making me think of K Michelle, y'all, you know, and even with Kim K, the people that people look up to when it comes to certain beauty standards and things like that. You know, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that was in the industry that had to suffice to looking a certain type of way, all for the sake of their job or the appeal or the attention that it'll bring. Okay? And y'all see how K Michelle and that's funny because they're both of their names are Kimberly. So somebody's name can be Kimberly. But you see how they ended up taking out their injections and their this and that, and just understand that trends, okay? Trends come and go. Trends come and go. So even if the trend is to look this way, and you know, you see that the type of wave that is bringing, I guarantee you 5-10 years from now, you know, it's gonna be something else. So it's like, are you gonna keep conforming yourself to the aesthetic that everybody else is doing just to fucking fit in? Because all that's showing is they wasn't happy again with how they looked, how they were being presented, with the attention or the caliber of men or women that they were getting. So it does not, just because you change certain things about yourself does not mean you are guaranteed. Yeah, you might find somebody that may match your aesthetic, but all that shit don't fucking matter if it's a shitty ass person. Okay, you can have the biggest ass in the world and the biggest titties in the world and just be as ignorant as all outdoors. Like I said, beauty fades. It fades. We are all going to get old, and eventually shit is going to drop. Shit is going to drop. And you're going to end up spending more time, more money to undo things, you know, again, with regret. I just feel like Big G is telling you to love. Somebody may be trying to make a decision, or maybe thinking about getting some type of work done. And, you know, if you go against your intuition, God will sometimes make an example out of you in order to teach you to listen to yourself and to be comfortable with the body that you in. If that man ain't accepting of what you got naturally, then that ain't the man for you. If that woman is not pleased or is not attracted to how you look right now, that's not the woman for you. That's not the job for you. That's not the environment for you. Okay? It's given that you can't sit with this energy. You know, maybe you don't look like a certain type of group. Okay? Maybe you don't look like a certain type of group. You stand out, but it's that very same thing that causes you to stand out. And somebody here is I feel like with happiness, somebody here is very comfortable with themselves. And maybe it's some people that regret maybe what they have said or done when it came to you. And now that you're in this energy of happiness, it's like they regret it, because I feel like some of these people, they no longer even have access to being around you. It's like, yeah, you may forgive, but you don't forget. Okay? It was so funny. I remember it was this one dude. He used to be so mean to me. Okay? So mean to me. And I remember one time I think he had called and he was just saying a whole bunch of rude stuff. Right? And I remember my cousin Elliot. I think I was crying or something. And I remember my cousin Elliot must have called him back and said, so I got to call him back. And I'm going to ask him, like, do you remember that? But he had my back. Like, he called him and he gave him an earful or whatever. But, oh, I'm glad these two cards came out. And it's crazy because that very same person, what I say, what maybe hee ha ha now, 5-10 years later, now you get the last laugh. Because that was the same motherfucker that was in my DMs trying to see how I was doing and wanting to holler. And it's like, no, motherfucker, you want to fuck with me now? Oh, you want to fuck with me now? I get a kick out of shit like that because it's like, yeah, you can stay your ass right over there. Okay? Gratitude and judgment. All right. It says, for gratitude, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. Okay. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. All right. So again, heavy emphasis on people judging you based off of how you look, how you are viewed, the way you act. And people realize why they don't get certain type of opportunities, because again, it does not matter how aesthetically pleasing that you are. Okay, it's the way you act. It's the way you act that's gonna get you really through them doors. Okay. And collective, you never know. Like I said, like, what does it say? With gratitude, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. You never know if how you look naturally will create opportunities or doors to open up for you. You never know. Back to the guy I was telling you about that had the his limbs stopped at his knee. He was making, like, I'm telling you, 1 year for Halloween. Like, you see how he is getting all, like, he's getting all this attraction. I'm pretty sure he's monetizing. He's making bread off of making content based off of his disability, or his ability, I should say, right? Because he's still able to do shit. Maybe not in the capacity in which everybody else is, but he's still able to do things, right? 1 year he was a Pixar little thing, little lamp. He was a microscope. Like, he did it up, okay? And just imagine, right? Imagine if him going around life conforming to the things that people had said and joked and laughed about him about, right? And he was just like, you know what? I'm just going to get a fake leg. I'm going to cover my leg up the rest of my life. I'm going to get a aesthetic leg. I'm going to appear, okay? A lot with mirroring, right? I'm going to appear as though I have my leg, and I'm never going to be able to, when it comes to the new people in my life, they'll never know. They'll never know. Right? He would have missed out on so many opportunities that he could have had by him just being himself. So think of it as that. Like, use that shit to your advantage. Because like I said, it's a reason why God, acceptance, thank you. There's a reason why God made you that way. All right? Especially for people that you that are gifted, I'm hearing. Especially some of you guys that could be like spiritually gifted. And I get this a lot because I know I went through this shit as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, people may laugh, joke, oh, Miss Cleo, whatever. But it's like, baby, I can read you well before you even open up your damn mouth. Trust and believe. Okay? But you still doing whatever it is that makes you happy. It makes me think of the service card that's in here. And it says, it makes me happy when, basically, when you are able to make other people happy, right? And what regret here, maybe with whatever it is that you're doing, a lot of people regret, again, saying those things. They judged you. But at the same time, with whatever it is that you're doing, later down the line, as you continue to do what the fuck makes you happy, these people have formed a sense of gratitude for you. Like, dang, I really appreciate Collective for basically not listening to the bullshit and the slander and the shit talking that I was doing towards them, because shit, I actually really needed them. I actually needed to see things from a different perspective that I wasn't used to seeing it in. But because Collective had that spiritual eye, because Collective had that gift of discernment, because Collective did this or whatever, I'm grateful at the fact that you stuck to it. And that's why it's so important for you to stick to the plan. Look in that mirror. You know who the fuck you are. Just because these people don't know who you are, don't mean that you need to be any less of you. Okay? It's either get with it or get lost when it comes to acceptance. Okay? I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. It's like again, this is what you were born with. These are things that you are born with. I mean, and given, the world that we live in now, we can change anything about ourselves. But like I said, it's still going to go back to an internal thing. Because once you change what you did not like about yourself, now you're in the whole arena of having to be judged by another caliber of people. So that's just shows like ain't nothing like the original, baby. Ain't nothing like the original copy. Okay? People it's so many duplicates out here. It's so many duplicates to where when you really do choose to be the original copy, people make fun of that. But it's like, damn, you like 3 Kim K's ago. You like 3 Aries ago. That's why I truly admire even celebrities that really that have not chosen to conform to. You notice how those people don't really get too, like, they don't get too much attention. Ari Lennox. I love Ari Lennox. I'm glad at the fact that, and it's crazy because I remember way back in the beginning of her career when her and Summer Walker had that sit down. Summer Walker, of course, has got work done, but she looks so different back from that one video. If y'all remember that, when her and Ari sat down and they was kind of interviewing each other or whatnot. But you see how Summer Walker, something about getting higher or elevating and feeling as though like you have to look a certain way is heavy here. Okay. But like I said, looks can only go so far. Your message, your wisdom, that's what's going to stand the test of time. Even when you think of J. Cole, when he was talking about crooked teeth, you know what I'm saying? He could have got it done, but it's like he wanted his fans to fuck with him based off of the music and the message that he had to put out there. That was his way of knowing that if people really rock with him, not because he looked a certain type of way and he wore this and he had these type of chains and these grills and this or whatever the case may be. Like, I love J. Cole. Somebody's name can start with a J. Okay. But people don't understand that when you are yourself, that also encourages other people to be themselves, to be comfortable in the skin that they're in. When people see that, and it goes both ways, when people see that you are not comfortable in your own skin and you choose to change, you send out a message to other people under you or even people older than you that, okay, well, shit, it kind of gives them an excuse. Well, this person changed and this person changed, so why not? You don't want to be like the people that just is so used to following the trend or following the fucking herd. Okay? But understand that you being the original, you also inspire people to show up as their true authentic self, especially if you keep going towards whatever it is that your gift is. Aside from how you look, the right people is going to come. The people that feel like you should look this way, you should talk this way, you should dress this way, were never your people from the fucking beginning. Okay, so let's see what seems to be broken. It's crazy because this deck is called Broken Mirror. Okay. I'm hearing that her song, You Still on the Back of My Mind. Okay, so we got fighting, push and pull. Okay, trust issues, one-sided, detached, power struggle, imbalance, stubborn. Okay. So somebody isn't happy here. All right. I feel like somebody is, okay, the way in which somebody may be trying to explain something to someone could be coming off as very judgy, but I don't feel like that's the intent here. This is like somebody, I'm hearing like I'm hearing my body, my choice. Okay. So I don't know, for my masculine energy, like maybe y'all could be dealing with the feminine energy that want to get work done. And maybe you don't want somebody to do that. So there's a power struggle here because it's like, it's my body. I could, it's my whatever this is, right? I can do whatever it is that I want to. Somebody is stubborn, but with regret here, somebody is just, because somebody is, it's like somebody feels like somebody intent for doing this is for, attention. Okay. I see trust issues. It's like somebody wants to make themselves look a certain type of way. Like somebody is already comfortable, already happy, right? Somebody's already happy with however somebody looks. It's like you got the person that you're with. So, and if they're comfortable with however it is that you look, it's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay. So there's some argument in regards to that. And when it comes to trust issues, I feel like somebody feels as though, like, again, somebody who they could be in a relationship with doing this is doing it merely for attention of other people, whether it be other women or other men, right? So we don't know what this person reasoning is. If it's for women, it's because they want to look a certain type of way because they see that maybe that's what their partner is interested in. So they feel as though maybe the attention may not be on those other people and more so on their partner if they were to make these certain type of changes, right? And on the other end, somebody may feel as though, okay, you're only doing this for the attention of other men, right? So that within someone else can cause them to feel like it's like a trust issue. Again, if I'm happy with whatever it is and how you look, then why care to do it to get the attention of someone else, right? Because all in all, with acceptance and happiness, if you are really happy in the skin that you're in, you would not need to feel the need to change anything about yourself, because there's nothing anybody else can say or do to make you feel the way about how you feel about yourself. So when making those certain changes about yourself, it shows about how it shows a lot about how you view you, you know? So there definitely is a push and pull thing there. Okay, somebody is just like, nah, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Also, if it's not outside of body positivity, it's someone here who should have been grateful for them having someone like you in their life. This is somebody who like has this dark cloud over them. Okay. You are the bright spot in someone's life. You bring that sense of happiness. You bring that sense of joy, harmony, and balance into people's life. So when people do someone like you wrong, when you just choose to operate in love, somebody definitely did something here that they regret. It's like, it's making me think of this part of this poem that I had wrote. And it was basically, I'm having a brain fart right now, but it said, I said, I can't help that my confidence came off to you as if I was flexing, or the way I treat people right is the reason why God keep blessing me. Like somebody, your sense of confidence based off of whatever people may have talked about you about, or anything, you're at that point to where, like, again, you're happy with who you are and how you look, and somebody isn't. So it's giving misery loves company. Somebody wanted to cause some type of, it's like somebody wanted to drag you down. Whereas you could have been the person that could have uplifted and pushed this person up when it came to how they look. You could be that friend that gas your friends up. Like, man, friend, you look good. You got that shit on. I like your hair, I like your makeup. You know what I'm saying? You got that fit on, bro. I like how you rocking or whatever. But let you be a little bit too happy about how you look or whatever. It rages something in someone. It's very one-sided. They very judgy. Why you choose to put those shoes on? Like, why you got your hair like that? Why you gotta put on eyelashes? Like, bitch, because like somebody feels like you're somebody feels like you're already beautiful. So like when you do the extras, it upsets them. I remember one time when I was with my ex, I must have been going to the store or something, but like I was just looking very plain, so I like put a little foundation on. And I remember he was just like, "Why you gotta do all of that?" Like it was just like, "Damn, I'm a woman, okay? I like to put makeup or get my nail. I like doing that shit. Like, why the fuck are you so concerned about why I wanna put a little foundation on my little pale face?" Okay, but I feel like again, as a it's given like somebody wants, I'm hearing I'm just a girl, you know what I'm saying? And us girls, we do the lashes, the nails, we do things to enhance our beauty. But that's a thing here too. Like when you do certain things to enhance your beauty, it shows the insecurities in someone. It's like, damn, why can't you just accept the fact that you got a handsome man or you got a handsome woman? And instead of picking a fight on the very same things that enhances those natural things about them, um all that does is set them up to be more receptive to other people giving them compliments aside from you. It's like somebody's making something an issue when it shouldn't have to be. This is like somebody that will get upset because you getting dressed to go out with your girls or your bros and they know you look good. Like they know you look good. So the trust issues, that's where it comes in at. Oh, but baby, when they ready to go outside, you know what I'm saying? And they want to show a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And you get to telling them like, yo, that's a little inappropriate. That's a little much for somebody that's in a relationship or, dating someone. That's not the setting that we're going. It becomes an issue here. All right, so we got hurting, okay, crying, depressed, pain, and sorrow. I don't know why I'm heavily getting that somebody could have got surgery or whatever, and they are experiencing so much fucking pain right now, and this is where that regret sets in, okay, for whoever that's about. It's almost giving whoever was trying to tell someone about something is like they didn't want to listen to the words, but now through the pain, they're definitely paying attention and they feeling it. Now, in regards to if it's like a family or friend and it's outside of body positivity, right? This is simply somebody who is now sitting in the feelings because of whatever, because it's like hurt people, right? Because this person is depressed or experiences some type of pain or sorrow, and they see that you walking around happy and you have a certain type of way of accepting the things that happen in life and focusing on the things that you can change and can't change because you have that certain type of mentality and they don't. It's like this is somebody again that intentionally did something as to why they regret. They intentionally did something to cause you to be in the same energy that they're in. And who is the one that's ended up hurting? This person. They only hurt themselves. Because now I feel like this person is going through a series of people judging them. Because for somebody to do something intentionally, start a fight or argument or whatever with you, somebody that's happy, is really giving Cardi B, what was the reason? Like, what would, it's giving like, what would collective even, like, what did you do? That's the thing. It's like, what did you do to get this person? I'm here because I'm happy. Because I'm happy. It's like, that was the reason, because you happy. Again, they wanted to cause some type of disruption in your life. Whereas it's very one-sided. That's how they act when they're not in the best of this of the space. I don't know why this is being brought to my mind's eye, but I'm telling y'all, it made me think of when I went on vacation with an old friend. And it was for their birthday. And we were all happy, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? We had went to Atlanta, and that was, I think, like my first or second time going out there. We went, you know what I'm saying? The owner of the place, if y'all from Atlanta, I think it was called Z-Bar or something. Or no, it's called U-Bar. And we had went having a good old time. The owner from the bar ended up, the waitress asked us like, oh, where you guys from? We like, oh, we're from Cali or whatever. So they gave us a warm welcome. The owner was there, so he sent shots and everything to the table. It was like, you know, gratitude, very grateful at the fact that he even thought to do that for us, right? And the whole time we were sitting at the table, like, it was a sense of ungratefulness. Like, just sitting there, attitude, not really speaking to no one. It was just like, what is that about? What is that about? You know what I'm saying? I'm chopping it up with the owner, you know, expressing my sense of gratitude for him even considering giving us shit. You know what I'm saying? But what you have to understand too is like sometimes, it's hard for someone to accept the fact here that like your energy brings a warm, welcoming vibe. Like somebody, you could be that one friend to where your energy, again, creates opportunities, right? Because you have a sense of being very grateful and appreciative of things. This is what makes people want to do for you. I remember one time I was on this date with this dude and we went to Cabo, and I ended up talking to the lady next to us, right? And we were just chopping it up or whatnot. And then we soon had like all started talking. And then next thing you know, they was like, y'all want another drink? They bought us a whole nother fish bowl, bought us some shots and everything. And I was like, damn. People don't understand that, you know, you never know that the people that you have around you, how it will open up opportunities for you. Just like with someone here that may feel a way about how you look and the chances of you taking their spot or whatever the fuck that is, not knowing that you were probably someone sent in order to help them get more opportunities. But because someone could be so intimidated by how you look, how you present yourself, your personality, all that's doing is blocking their own blessings. Because the regret gonna come in where you connect with someone else and they see those qualities about you and they want to work with you. They want to fuck with you. And then they gonna be regretful, like, damn, because of my pride and my ego and my own insecurities, with me not wanting this person to be on board, to work with or collaborate or whatever. Like, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Coulda, shoulda, woulda energy. Now they hurting because now this person don't have a certain access to you. And it's the fact that even though they intentionally tried to prevent you from participating in something, you were still going to shine fucking regardless. Okay, look at you, high value. No contact. You don't got the time. You don't got the motherfucking time. Where you probably had all the time in the world before. You snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose. These people, they slept on you. Okay? It says high value, the Empress. Beautiful, sexy, abundant, confident. Okay? Empress is an energy. It's not a look. That's what people need to understand. It's an energy. Okay? I'm hearing, it's the vibe for me. It's the vibe for me. Okay? You a whole vibe, collective. It don't matter if you don't feel like you are the pretty, because sometimes people like to humble people who may not look the part, but their confidence is a fucking one. That's exactly why those certain type of people end up getting opportunities well before the people that feel like they look better. This energy is annoying because like people are real life haters. Like, I'm just so sorry to the people that got that hate in their heart, because child, you choosing to be that way. Okay, nobody was born a hater. You done been through some shit. You done got talked about. You done seen other people get other opportunities above you. If you felt like you was on your high horse and that was something that was supposed to be given to you, no, shit is earned out here. Yeah, there's some shit to where you are able to have that pretty privilege and things like that, but it can only go so far. You can look good as hell and get a modeling gig, but if you ain't practicing how to walk, if you ain't doing the other necessary work that actually matters, you can only go so far. Okay? So no contact, block, silent treatment, cut off all communication. So y'all could have really separated yourselves from people that you felt as though always had to. And this is what I'm getting to. Some people cannot handle your beauty. Okay? Some people cannot handle seeing you, somebody that they probably talked about, slandered, spread rumors about, still being happy despite the shit that they done said, did, and navigated. They can't take it. So what they do, these are people that probably unfriend you, they block you. Okay? But I feel like for the most part, some of y'all could have blocked people, because it's heavy evil eye energy when it comes to you. Like, people really give you the evil eye because you're still happy. Like, you still wake up and you got a smile on your fucking face. And because they're hurting and they're going through shit and they fighting with whoever it is that they fighting, it's like, and you very much so could be the reason as to why somebody here is fighting with someone. Okay? It's like it's a motherfucker here trying to tell someone something as to why they possibly aren't happy in a situation and how shit is just one-sided, but they look at it as someone judging them. But it's like, listen, when people take the time to let you know what the fuck you're doing and how it affects the other person, it's because it's as some part of you still cares and wants to fix the situation. But if you constantly, if trying to come to an even playing field always ends up on a one-sided spectrum, it's only so much somebody is going to take when it comes to fighting and arguing, to where they're just going to end up giving this King of Swords energy and detached from your ass. But somebody here is I don't know. I feel like somebody somebody could, in that situation, somebody could be very regretful for like not listening to someone, because it's almost as if like that person pushed the other energy into the arms of another woman or another man that actually is grateful for who they are as a person, who does not judge them, and still holds a sense of high valueness within themselves. This could be somebody that nobody, this person may not be talking to. Okay, because when I see this push and pull here, I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody with no context, somebody is like, you need to stop talking to this person. And somebody is like, no. Somebody's like, no. Like, why would I stop? Somebody here is like, why would I stop talking to someone who I'm grateful for, who I appreciate being in my life? Like, you did nothing. You didn't fight, argue with this person to where, like, it was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with this person, I'm blocking them or whatever. Like, no, it was nothing like that that happened. If anything, you brought happiness into this person's life. Yep, contemplation, yes or no. Somebody is like, if you want me, you need to get rid of this person. If you still want to deal with this person, you need to get rid of me. But this person is like, well, shit. If you giving me the choice, it says unsure choices, decisions. It was like somebody gave someone an ultimatum, and that was the wrong thing to do. Because if you really want to weigh the pros and the cons of this person's energy in comparison to possibly yours, this person missed talking to you. If anything, they wish that they can talk to you. And shit. And I feel like that in itself, like, is causing someone, because again, somebody could have felt as though like, oh, I look better than this person. It's a power struggle. I look better than this person. I got this or that or whatever. But somebody, again, is not understanding the fact that, like, beauty is only skin deep. You can be a beautiful person, but it's like, damn, do you make me happy? Are you somebody with judgment that I can go to and open up about certain parts of myself, my life, how I'm feeling, without later regretting it? Because I feel like it's a motherfucker here to where like they love to throw low jabs, or they like to go below the belt when it comes to fighting and arguing with someone. But the other party will never do that to this person. If anything, like, somebody here does not understand that what they say is very hurtful. Somebody here feels like they suffer in silence, because again, they will never like go to the depths of hell like this person that they be arguing with goes. And that's why it's fucking trust issues, because it's like, damn, bitch, I can't even really open up to you and tell you how I feel without you using those things against me, right? But I feel like the way in which you could have like separated from this person, okay, like the Empress, when you're in that Empress energy, you know, we move with grace, we move with class. All right, so we're going to say however it is that we feel, and then that is going to be that. It's not going to be no fussing, fighting, and arguing. You know, it's going to be, if anything, it's going to be a solid conversation that happens. And maybe that may have been the thing here, okay? But guidance, yeah, it's like somebody is really grateful for having you in their life, because it's like you heal this person. Intuition, dreams could be significant here, because it says it. I don't know. I mean, it looks like a phone here. You are like this person's personal GPS. The phone, hold on. Okay, we back. Somebody must have tried to call me, but that's funny. The screen blacked out when I was speaking on it looking like a phone, right? Because he holding it in his hand. So I don't know. That could be a thing here too. Somebody could be fighting and arguing with somebody because it's like, what you looking at? Why when I come into the room you want to fucking black your screen? Like, what you looking at? And I mean, shit, don't this look like, it's like, give me your phone. No. Somebody want to go at it with somebody. Let me see your phone. It's like the power struggle. It's like, damn, bitch, you know my mama? You know my daddy? You're not my dad. Like, I am grown. What the fuck you want to see my phone for? But like, I don't know. However that went, somebody was just like, I don't know. If somebody's not like speaking to someone, I don't know. Maybe they still may be keeping up with someone. I'm hearing, hey, beautiful. Don't get butterflies. Get a thug, butterflies. Mesmerized by you. Somebody's very mesmerized by you, collector. They like looking at you, okay? I feel like this is somebody who can just hear you talk all day, okay? You like my voice? It turn you on? Okay. It definitely hurts someone's feelings when they're not able to obtain someone's phone. They like, what the fuck? What's this? What's the deal with this no contact with you and this person? Sick and tired. It says cycles over it. Decision made. Okay, so this is giving like kind of been there, done that. Okay, been there, done that. There was some type of cycle that you and this person was in to where you was just like, yeah, it's not going nowhere. Over. It's making me think of somebody could have broke up with somebody. Cause I'm hearing, doesn't Summer Walker, yeah, she got an album called Over It. But I'm hearing that song specifically. And that's my ex for a reason. Like, somebody definitely has a valid reason as to why either they're thinking about breaking up with someone or why they did. Okay? It's a valid reason there. And I just simply feel like it's because somebody was not happy. And it's crazy because, like, I'm getting two energies. Well, it may be the same, okay? Someone regrets going back and forth with another energy that they were already hurting in. And totally disregarded you, the Empress. Chose not to talk to you, to disregard you, when they should have been doing this to this other energy. This is like somebody fumbling somebody, fumbling a real one, okay? And I feel like you could have dealt with people, especially with this push and pull thing, right? This could be somebody who wanted to, because you are this high value person, this could be somebody who wanted to kind of knock you off of your high horse. So you won't feel like you that girl or you that guy. And because you did not conform to whatever this person was doing and just accept however it is that you wanted them to act or be, to them, that came off as, why you being stubborn? It's like, damn, by being myself, that's being stubborn. It's crazy because I'm telling you, like, people are so comfortable in being everything else but they fucking self. And then it be a problem when people are exactly who they say they are and is happy in that sense. It's like, just because you think that someone else should be happier by looking a certain type of way, thinking a certain type of way, acting a certain type of way, does not mean that that's how that will make that person feel. I don't give a fuck how much you think that that's how they should be. You could have always been used to just men or masculines like wanting you to, again, just be what you're not. And that goes to what I was saying earlier. That is just not your person. That's just not your man. That's not your woman. That's not the job you're supposed to be at. If the criteria is for you to come, not to come as yourself or as you are. And it just goes back to being happy with God, with whatever characteristic and however it is that you look, that God has made you to be. Because even when we go through the doors of where He's at, what is it? Come as your own, as yourself. Okay? Child. Unknown callers, stalking, hanging up unknown numbers. Okay, so somebody here could call you from a blocked number. This makes me think of this one time I was talking to this guy, and I remember we had hung out on his birthday, right? And it was one night I was doing my niece's hair, and I got a call from an unknown number. So I'm just like, hello? And she's like, hi. She was like, do you know Whoopty Whoop? And I was like, yeah. So I was like, God damn, this is that Hey Shirley, this is Barbara shit. I was like, God damn it. Why? Caught me all the way the fuck off guard. I was like, what? And she was just like, yeah, I just want to let you know that we've been together for 7 years and all this stuff. And I was like, damn, like, and at that point I was like, okay, well, girl, what do you want to know? I don't have nothing to lie to you about. Okay? So I'm not about to sit here and fight with you. And that's my man. First off, because if you really want me to keep it 100 with you, he already got you out here looking like a weak hoe. Because you over here calling, texting, confirming with the next woman. So you already lost right there. And your second choice of either winning or losing is if when I tell you what the fuck it was with me and him, if you want to stay or if you want to leave. That ain't up to me. You know what I'm saying? Do it with that person as you please. Because I told her, I said, good luck, girl, because she was sending me all type of text messages, and this man was lying through his motherfucking teeth. Okay, somebody can have a gap. But that was a side down low. I don't know, maybe that confirms something. But lying through his motherfucking teeth. I ain't never chilled with this, but I said, wow. I said, good luck, girl. Okay, good luck. Cause, child, I wish a motherfucker would have me quit calling and texting about if I ever feel like I have to get to that degree, I would leave the man versus I would lose him rather than losing my damn mind doing some shit like that. Okay? So don't be that girl, don't be that guy, collective. We don't do that over here. Okay? So somebody may reach out to you. You know, yeah, they on some childish type of time right now. This is like somebody who, I don't know. This might not be for all of y'all, but somebody just don't want somebody to talk to you. And because someone doesn't, somebody with this, because yeah, immature, argumentative, playing the victim, as if this person ain't never did no shit. But that's the thing. The other person's energy, they will suffer in silence. They would, they will never go below the bar when it comes to this person or go the extent of doing some shit like that. Even if they found them talking to another motherfucker, it ain't like they finna call and be like, hey, bro, I see you and my girl is texting. What is that about? No, they not doing that. But this person will. And then play the victim because they're doing all of this to get attention. But that's the thing, because this person is hurting and they see that you still happy, and whoever it is that they with, they arguing, fighting, and you're probably the fucking cause of it. Like, they want you to be hurting as well. It's like, how dare you go about your life and be happy? And you're the cause as to why we're fucking arguing. But what this person don't understand is, They refuse to see the flowers that this person is giving you, like, or why they are giving you these flowers is because they have a sense of gratitude for you. They, like, this person feels like you deserve to have your flowers, just simply because of the type of person that you are and how you have maybe added some type of value to their life. All right. So in the instance of outside of love and whatever that is, if there is a friend or family member or whatever, that you may have blocked, you got tired of going through the same cycle with them and you just cut communication, they may call you from a blocked number, okay, because they are blocked. So they're like, shit, I don't know in which other way I can't I can't train a motherfucking pigeon to come to collect this window pane and give them this letter, okay? They can't do that shit. So they like, all right, I'm just gonna have to call blocked and hope that collective answers. Okay, some of y'all don't answer block calls, so it's like, you know, somebody can drive a Benz. I see a black Benz here. And the thing with this person, because you are this high value person, you're this empress, you're very beautiful, you're confident, like I said, they don't want to come off as if they thirsty or desperate. You know, they'll rather call unknown than being like, hey, bro, or hey, sis, let me get your phone. Because to them, that just shows like you're just doing the most. You're doing the most. But it's like, why wouldn't you be doing the most if you did some shit to fuck up something with someone? Fuck how you feel like you're gonna look. That's the main gist of the fucking message. I'm hearing, if you believe you do best without me, then I'll let it go. But before we say goodbye, let's give it a try if you leave. Somebody is sick and tired of like keep trying to make it work. That can be for that situation or this other situation where it's a lot of fighting, it's a lot of arguing going on. Okay, I feel like if you don't answer, like, okay, you may not answer the unknown call. That's probably a given. You probably done express to this person, I don't answer unknown calls, right? But if they call from a friend's phone or another phone number, you're gonna hurt this person's ego. You're gonna hurt their ego. What's this unknown caller about? This is somebody who should have just really cherished the fact that they had someone like you in their life. This is like, again, realizing that what they had was piss. Okay, I don't know, this could be somebody that they dealt with that was used to having men degrade them. Okay, take that as it please with me getting that download. But they were used to like men calling them bitches or, you know, things like that. Sex, like probably in the bedroom degrading them, like power struggle, like making them feel superior. Yeah, let's get off of that. Yeah, because the download I got, I've been trying years to not think of that shit. Lord. Yeah, anywho. Unknown caller, what's that about? Rock bottom. So karma, jail, legal issues, life falling apart. Okay, somebody could have went to jail. Somebody is tired. Okay, back to that situation where like someone is grateful for having you in their life, but they're arguing and fighting with someone else. Okay, I don't know why I feel like that's connected, but it's crazy because like this could be somebody who went to jail, right? This could be somebody that went to jail, and the reason why somebody does not want to talk to someone here, this is like an energy of somebody that held it down for someone. Okay, I'm hearing P.O.P. hold it down. Okay, P.O.P. is, it makes me think of pop. So somebody could be a dad here. Somebody can have kids. Okay, somebody held it down for someone. The reason why somebody don't want to talk to them is because, like, again, somebody does not really see how someone has really been there for them. And it's crazy because, like, whoever this person that went to jail is like, this was the only one, this is the only person that somebody could have actually got the phone picked up for. Ain't that something? Huh. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, okay? Don't bite the hand that feeds you. This is a motherfucker that's sitting, waiting for that motherfucking call to make. And they try calling all these other people that they may put above this person here. They're not answering. As soon as that motherfucker say call from county, yeah, I ain't got time for that. It's like the one that they really wanted to answer was not answering their ass. Oh, but when it came to the other person, they did. And it's crazy because it's like, I don't know if this person tried to, I don't even know how that shit work. I don't know if you can star 69 in jail. I feel like that message is still going to fucking come up. Or it could be somebody having a inside phone, trying to contact someone so that message doesn't pop up so they can be able to get them to answer. So maybe it's just like, what? Chill. People don't understand when they really got a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people is going to want to deal with your ass while you in jail, while you hit rock bottom. Somebody's priorities is all over the fucking place, and they not where they should be. It's not where they should be. This is like somebody being in jail for a period of time and then coming out during the era of all these people making all these aesthetically pleasing changes about themselves and then feeling like they don't amount to keep up with how life has been passing them by since they've been in there. So this is someone coming out of a rock bottom situation. Okay, thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. This is like somebody coming out of a rock bottom situation. And it's so focused on, oh, let me get this wit. Let me change my body. Let me do this. Because again, they don't want to look like what they've been through. They want to feel as though, yeah, I was gone for a period of time, but I came back even better. But it's like, what internal work did you the fuck do to make yourself better other than trying to look like you got it all together and you don't internally got it all together? That's what the shit people, whoever this shit. God damn. And then, you know what the crazy part is? Like I said, this is somebody who would never go below the belt. They will never come at this person the way I'm saying this shit. They will never be like, you got your priorities fucked up. You worried about this and you worried about that. You need to be worried about getting your chili up. You need to be worried about this. You need to be worried about, you know, healing, going to therapy. I know you done probably been through some shit while you was in there and you don't had nobody to fucking talk to about that shit. It's like, there's other things. Especially if somebody have kids. It's like, work on you before... That's exhausting. Whatever that is. But again, somebody looks at it as, you're judging me. But it's like, no, this is the harsh truth. The thing someone knows that they would say to this person, they don't say it. But it's all fair game for the other fucking person to say hurtful shit to the other person. Like, it's a motherfucker here that's really sparing someone and they feelings. Yeah, love yourself. Self-love. That's why this person wants to give you your flowers. But you see how on the childish card, where'd it go? You see it, they didn't, somebody was talking you up in a good way. Okay? But somebody did not want to see the ways in which, or the reason as to why. Where'd it go? Where did that childish card go? They don't want to see the reason as to why this person is, you see that? They don't want to see it. They blind to hearing about the real facts as to why somebody is grateful for you. Why they giving you this sense of appreciation. But it's because this person sees like, boom, you love yourself. You are working on loving on you. You taking back whatever it is that's out of your control. What does acceptance say? I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Oh, but best believe when it comes to the things that you can change, you actively do the work to do so. And what does it say? Finally being happy. What's this fight in here? I feel like somebody actually probably did say how they felt, because I mean it's causing someone to look in the mirror, okay? Because I'm hearing, I'm staring at the man in the mirror, hoping you can change. Okay. Ooh, it got somebody all over the place. It's just somebody here is realizing that the main person that could have really held them down and been a good sense of a motivator, lover, friend, or whatever, like, who somebody ways done caused them to miss out on somebody who is really a good person. Because it shows that somebody cares about someone for them to be sparing someone in their damn feelings. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. I am a different reader. Like, I'm telling y'all, people would be like, oh, you do tarot or, you know, whatever. I mainly like to say I read Oracle because I read images as well. But so many people are so used to, they hear tarot, they be like, bitch. Learn something you don't know, okay? Because I guarantee if you come to my channel, I will teach you a thing or two. It'll either have you resonating, you know what I'm saying? Or it will have you, or it's your energy I'm talking about and you're bothered by it. And that's why you don't like it. Because as a light worker, I'm exposing your whole ass. And that's not my fault. It's like, fix the things that, you know, need to be. We all got some things within us. Out loud, and you hear the certain type of storylines that I'm seeing and I'm speaking on, to where it affects you, and it's on you as far as what end you on. But when it comes to my soul family, y'all be resonating because this the shit y'all be going through. That's how you know you are truthfully a part of my soul family. If you resonate and it does not offend you. And sometimes, and not to say all of my messages won't offend you, sometimes it will. But those, again, are the parts that I speak on that brings awareness to those things that you may not be able to verbalize. Okay? It's like the truth hurts. It does. All across the board, the truth hurts. It's not meant to feel good, but it's meant to help us. when we sit up here and we know we was doing something and we scratch our knee. You know how all the 90s kids got that infamous knee scratch? We all got the mark. I just feel like we all related in some way because of that. But it's given you got to crawl before you ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit is going to hurt. But if you don't tend to it, it has a tendency of being affected, getting way worse. When you could just take the time to be like, damn, you know, yeah, this shit hurt. What is it that I have to do, right? In order to tend to make it heal properly. And sometimes, depending on how you treat it or whatever the circumstances was, it'll be like as if it never happened. But that doesn't erase the memory of what did. And sometimes it leaves scars. Sometimes it leaves certain things that remind us of those choices or those things that we have made. Nobody should be judging anybody. Like, we all have been hurt. We all done been through some things. And I'm not saying that to negate the extreme in which those things have happened. But it takes some tending to. It do take some tending to. And somebody is not liking the way that somebody is. It's like somebody is trying to heal and it's a motherfucker that's trying to pick the scab. It's like, damn, do you really want it to get better? Or are you going to just keep bothering me? You're going to keep fucking with me or fucking with it. I don't know. It's something like that. Somebody could be trying to heal. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever that is. But like somebody wants to argue with someone. This is like a motherfucker that's on bed rest and you want to fucking argue. Well, you know I can barely move and that it hurts to motherfucking talk. And like you know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucker that want to catch you in a space where you're vulnerable. I don't know. That shit crazy. What's the deal with this fighting situation? Unfinished business. Yeah, this is somebody who just don't know how to let bygones be bygones. Like we can agree to disagree, but it's like, no, you're gonna agree with me. It's like proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation. Okay, somebody could have just really just stopped talking to someone. It's like it's not getting through to your head. So it's like it's not another way I can say this. It's not another language in which you can get this. They left it unfinished. They was just like, because it will never be finished. So because somebody gave somebody that energy, as far as no longer wanting to fight and argue and give and feed that energy, now it's causing someone to want to come in and ask for forgiveness. Because they see that somebody would rather be happy than to continue to fight with someone who only sees it from their point of view. Somebody could drive an Altima. I'm laughing because y'all know them reels that be like when you in the liquor store and you hear an Altima driving by, and it's usually like a whole bunch of ratchet ass females screaming and shaking their ass out the window and shit like that. I'm hearing act your age and not your shoe size. Like somebody could be grown as hell still wanting to live that type of lifestyle or something. It's just like,